Shemai, I'm back with my first layout from my August stash kit, and I'm actually going to make a dent in these Cartabella Making Memories papers, and I'm just showing you there that I'm actually going for a bit of cream cardstock because the papers are more cream than white. I'm just showing you what I'm using there. I've sort of narrowed down my kit. I'm wondering whether to use that embellishment, but in the end I do. So I'm going to do a bit of chopping. I'm actually doing the Scrap Squad, I think is number 28, their scrap lift. So I'm working with that to try to inspire me after a bit of a break from scrapbooking. So I'm just willy-nilly chopping these papers up, no sort of measurements in my mind. I wanted this one to be the main feature. I love these little frames on here, and it's quite a nice easy sketch because you are literally layering up your papers. So in a way as well, you can use the front and back of your papers so you're getting more bang for your buck. And so here I go. So I'm just distressing them. I have got a distressing tool, but I look so unbelievably awkward with it. I'm just using with the edge of the scissors, and as you can see, I fast forwarded through the distressing because it's a bit distressing to watch. And I'm just backing my photo on the black. As you can see, I'm just using a really old scissors, and because these papers are nice and thick, that's a really easy one to use as well. So I just wanted to put a little bit of black behind this chipboard frame because my photo's a little bit small. I want to take that little picture off, but I'd stuck it down good and proper and I can't take it off at all. So I'm just going to shorten this sentiment so it doesn't cover half of my husband's head. And I'm just going to put a little bit of paper then behind it to get rid of that little gap. Good old washi tape. It comes in so handy. I don't always use it as washi tape, but I do tend to use it as just a little bit of tape. For some reason, my lighting isn't right, so I'm trying to refocus my camera. So I'm just sticking that on there, then realise that you can see my tape through it. So I think, shall I stick something down? Then I think, don't worry about it. So I'm going to now doodle an edge around my page. Now, doodling and me, we don't get on very well. I just look unbelievably awkward doing it as well, and my pen wasn't the best, but I have actually doodled on every layer there. And then I'm going to make a little banner out of this black piece, and that once again going to have the scissors treatment. I'm so glad I'm using these papers because, as I say, the number of times I have bypassed these papers in my collection. Oh, this is like the tale of adhesive, this layout as well. I have a count how many different forms of adhesive I use, so I'm now on my second one, and I can see why I've gone to an ATG because trying to get the back of some double-sided tape is really awkward. So I'm just going to use my ruler there, and as I say, I'm so glad I'm actually using these papers rather than hoarding them because, as I say, they have been in my collection an awfully long time. This is now a tape runner. Don't get on with these at all. So this is adhesive number 3. You can see where this is going, can you? So I'm going to layer that reddy pink one on the top. And the funny thing is, the colours don't actually go with what we're wearing at all, apart from the green. I'm wearing like a green jumpsuit. This is towards the end of a cruise, and the green jumpsuit is perfect because it's elasticated. And for anyone who's ever been on a cruise, or in fact any all-inclusive holiday, you realise that elastic is your friend by the end. You start off the first night, you wear your tightest outfit, and then you work your way up. So I'm just layering it all up there. As I say, this is a great way to get your mojo going if you've been stuck in a little bit of a rut like I have. And it's fab to see everyone else's take on it. So this is the Scrap Squad Facebook group, and they do a scrap lift a week. So this is number 28. So I'm just putting a bit of foam now on the back of my photo. I've gone back to this adhesive now because I'm struggling with the tape runner. What I should have done is just pause the video and change the reel in my tape gun, but I thought this would be so much quicker. I'm going to use that border strip there. And then I try to find another place for it, but I can't. There's some things on that page, like dream catchers. I don't do dream catchers, so I can't ever see me using that. So it'll either sort of go in a giveaway pile, or it'll go in the bin, I'm afraid. I think I had it in a kit. I wouldn't have actually chosen that sticker sheet because, as I say, I don't do dream catchers and feathers. I'm not one for feathers on things. I think I've said that before. In fact, feathers, ugh, make my skin crawl when children bring me feathers in school. Love birds, I just don't like finding their feathers. So now I'm on to adhesive. I'm on to liquid adhesive now to stick that one down. Glue number 4. I'm just keeping a running total. I'm just trying to add a bit of weight behind that picture because the foam sometimes takes a little bit of time to stick down. So that is off that dream catcher sheet. It says, but first let me take a selfie because that's what we like on holidays actually. And then look at this. Oh, this is adhesive number 5. These are some glue dots. I'm using those resin flowers at long last. And then I'm thinking, oh, I wish I'd put a few more in the kit. But the world's my oyster. I can actually dip in and get some more used. They fitted with the layout, I thought, but they also suited these kind of vintage papers. Now these are just some glitter hearts I cut out. I'm so glad I've used that homemade embellishment because in my last kit I didn't manage to use any of the homemade embellishments I'd put in. So I was determined this time that they were going to be the first things to go. I'm looking now for some extra bits to add on. So I'm going to go for these black and white puffy hearts. I am so much more productive when I've got a kit with everything matching and you've got a limited amount of stuff to work from, because otherwise I could spend hours looking for things. Now, I always spell my titles backwards, and it's only actually when I've been editing this video that I've realised I've made a little bit of a mistake. So my advice for anyone spelling something backwards, I usually write it out and I cross out the letters, but this time I thought I don't need to do that, which is why we've got our kind of getaway instead of getaway, and that has bugged me now ever since I've seen it. I can't believe I did that. So I'm using some of those little puffy stickers there. As soon as this is done, I will have to correct that because I don't do spelling mistakes. That's my OCD. I am really, really pedantic about spelling errors and grammar. Ask anyone who knows me, and actually I probably get on their nerves. So I've just added a little bit of Jen Hadfield gold spray, and that is my layout. So thank you all so much for joining me. There's going to be some stills. Take care, everyone. Bye.